Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah, through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, UncleK, and we're back with another one. I hope you're having a Baruch day, and I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Now, before we get into the content, like the content, share the content, and comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So let's get into it. A masculine man of the Most High Yah, he does not get involved with nonsense. And we know that there's a lot of nonsense in this world. Also, there's individuals in this world that's about nonsense too. So, you're extremely cautious about who you let into your circle. And we're only talking about our physical circle currently, right? Because we're all scattered around the four corners of the earth. So we know that this is a beautiful platform that we can all can connect, knowing that we are the body of the Mashiach. So all praises. But we're talking about keeping our circle small in our current situation, our current position, our current place in this world right now. But it's always wonderful to connect to the brothers on this platform, right? We're all connected spiritually if we're walking in alignment with the Most High Yah, following these laws, statutes, and commandments. So we breaking bread right now. And all praises once again to the Most High Yah, through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. So we keep our circle extremely small because we know a lot of people is full with wickedness and their ways are not the ways of the Most High Yah. It's a lot of folly. It's a lot of foolish activity going on. And it's just so much nonsense in this world that a masculine man of the Most High Yah, he's predominantly found by himself. Right? And you don't have no problems being by yourself. Right? I feel like when you by yourself, that's the most beautiful time because you recharge. You charged up when you by yourself. You're not around a lot of individuals that have so many different spirits inhabited in their vessel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you go out in this world to go handle business, you walk past people on a day-to-day basis that's full of iniquities. So it could make you grieve a little bit in the Ruach because you're set apart. Right? We could correlate that with being an empath as well too. You can feel a lot of things around you. You could feel the emotions. You could feel the wickedness. You could feel the envy, the strife. You can feel a lot of things, and people don't gotta really talk too much because you move the same way too. Right? You let that spirit talk loud. Right? We don't do a lot of talking. We just do a lot of walking. We'll let that walk speak for itself. And it's something I want to touch bases on right now too, because this is extremely pivotal and kind of hilarious too. You know, the modern man, you know, in my observation recently, I see that the modern man, right, he feels like he's entitled to every woman that walks past, every woman that may look appealing to the flesh in some sense, right? Because he's sitting on his back, sitting on his phone, watching 1,000 women a day, right? So in his psyche, when he's out and about and he sees a woman that may be attractive physically, he's always looking like he deserved that meal. He's always looking like he deserves something to eat, right? It's pitiful. It's pitiful. I just gotta expunge on that too, because it's pitiful. Because when you a masculine man of the Most High Yah, you know that you already inherit so many baruchs, so many blessings. You already inherit so much. And us men, we are not worried so much about this aspect, but it will happen, right? 7 women will cling unto one man. We know that, right? And we see that because when you set apart, not on some worldly entertainment aspect where you are manipulating the masses, because a set apart man, he does not move with manipulation, right? He moves with passion, he moves with righteousness. And you see that women want to cling onto you. So a lot of women actually want to cling to you for the wrong reasons, but it's kind of difficult in this modern time right now to turn a harlot into a housewife. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of these modern men out here, because they looking at hundreds of women per day on their phones, laying on their back. When they come outside, they feel as though that they're entitled to look at every woman in a way that he deserves it. Like he deserves that meal right there. Right? And a lot of these men out here, they pitiful. A lot of men out here, they don't take showers. A lot of men walking out here is really unclean, matter of fact. Because when you when you release your seed, right? When you ejaculate and it leaves your body and you don't wash up, even if you wash up, you're still considered unclean until the evening, right? So if you did it in the morning, you're unclean until the evening. And if you do it in the evening, you unclean until the next day, man. So a lot of men out here is filthy. And we know that our righteousness is compared to a filthy rag, right? But you're putting on the righteousness of the Most High Yah, so imagine how they looking. Filthy. You don't want to get near it, right? And you see, that's the foolishness as well too in this world, right? That's why a set apart man, we don't get near nonsense too. We're gonna go a little deep, right? Because when you set apart, you masculine, you practice the semen retention, you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, you putting away the unclean foods, you in this gym, you working out, you working on your hygiene, your grooming and everything like that, just because it is mandatory. It is normal for a man to shine bright and to look ravishing. It's just normal, right? We don't go out our way to do it to impress people. It's just when you start taking care of yourself, you really start taking care of yourself, and it showcases, right? Because you're doing it, the internal work. So externally is gonna show as well, right? And for some reason, when a lot of modern men see you and they putting on this type of Casanova type of persona, and they feel like they hip and they got that spunk because they got on some new J's and some new socks, they thinking you a ladies man just like them. They thinking like, oh yeah, man, oh yeah, I know you got a lot of women on the side. Yeah, I know. Look at you, man. You built. Your chest busting through your shirt. I see them shoulders. I see them triceps. I can see the tricep head busting through that shirt, man. I can see them delts. I can see them traps. I can see that back. Man, I know you got the ladies, man. Come on. They be thinking you some type of, player out here, man. But the thing about the masculine man of the Most High Yah, he's not playing out here. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing out here, man. We live in a chase life. Even if you're a married man, you still live in a chase life. Because as a married man speaking, you got to be strong to protect your family and to lead your family, because this world is so wicked that just to have your family out with you, or even if they want to go to a park and you got to be at work, you want to make sure that you're strong regardless to protect your family. There's just so much wickedness going on in this world, man. And if you're a single man waiting on a set apart woman to come into the midst, come into your presence, then hey, guess what? You still got to be strong regardless, right? Because you're not rolling dice with wickedness, right? You ain't rolling dice to hopefully hope that it rolls on righteousness. No, you're just going to go to the Most High Yah for that righteousness. That's why the masculine man of the Most High, he does not spend his time around foolishness, man. So much foolishness. And you see it so much. You see it so much. You see it so often. Right? And that's why when people see you, they don't know how to react to you. Right? Because you just move different. You just stand different. You are much more higher principles and morals than the average. Right? And you're not average, man. The way that you think is very organized and calculated, right? Each day you're able to pray to the Most High and give your petitions. You're very calculated with the things that you want to do, even if it's simplistic. Even if you just go into the store to buy some garlic, to get a few gallons of water. You just look like, you just look deep, man. You look deep. I remember one time, my wife saw me walking up to the car. I think we parked somewhere, and I went to the store real quick, and I was walking back to the car, and my wife was just like, man, you just look like you got so much passion just by the way you walk. Like, if I didn't know you, I'll be scared to even just say something to you. And a lot of us men, that's how we move. That's how we walk. We don't walk super slow out here so somebody could stop us and try to talk some nonsense to us, and then we gotta rebuke them and keep it pushing. It's like we avoid nonsense already. That's why the Most High says, I'll ordain your steps. Sometimes people stop us to talk to us because, they feel as though that they can, tell us something difficult that's going on with them, and we could give them a good word of like, a good blessing. Give them some hope, something like that. But that's very rare as well, too. So much nonsense in this world, and we got to make sure that we stay protected from it and not entertaining it. Because when you get on this lifestyle, when you put away them iniquities, you start clinging unto the Most High Yah, and you start moving set apart, start moving diligent. It's going to be a lot of nonsense that's going to try to trip you up and make you stumble and fall. But it doesn't hold weight. You got to realize that it don't hold no weight. It doesn't. All right? Tell you, man, it's super funny though. It's really funny. Modern man really feel as though that he's entitled to, a woman when she walks by because he looks at 1,000 women a day on his phone, man. It's hilarious. I see men all the time, man. They'll walk past a woman and then break their neck after and look, acting like he deserved that meal. It's like, shame on you, man. Shame on you. Shame on you. And for the practitioner, right, of semen retention, the man that's practicing this practice, putting away sexual iniquities, you got to get that out of your mind too. You got to learn how to sit with yourself. This life force is your life force, right? It's been given to you from the Most High to procreate with, to create life, right? You're made in His image, so you have the ability to create. So by you holding on to it and you start wrestling with your own seeds, and then you feel as though that you want to expel it out of your body for no reason. Even worse, you just on the phone looking at things you're not supposed to be looking at. It's not good. It's not healthy. All right? It's not healthy. That's nonsense right there itself. It's not healthy. All right? Masculine men of the Most High Yah, when we have downtime, we still have insurance, right? We still have insurance. That's what you got to realize, man. The bill has been paid. You have insurance. When you realize your bill has been paid, come on. You have insurance. Just because you're taking off from certain activities, that don't mean that you're idle, right? Because when you know that your insurance, when you have insurance, and the debt has been paid already, You're not worrying about anything like that of that nature. You content with what it is that you're working on. And when you taking time off of certain work, you still trying to get some information, some type of knowledge. You're not trying to overwhelm yourself. But the man that's not focused, the man that's driven by nonsense, right? He gets pulled towards nonsense. It means that this man is just not focused. This man has forgotten his ways. This man has forgot his natural face. Looking through a glass, he can't recognize himself no more. You know? You can't be distracted just because people in this world is filled with foolishness. You're gonna come across a lot of people like that everywhere you go. There's gonna be so much people that's committing iniquities right next to you. You're not breaking bread with them. You're just maneuvering out of the way, handling your business. But you come across a lot of people that has the wrath of the Most High upon their heads, right? So paying attention to a woman in the gym, paying attention to this, paying attention to that, it's like, it's a waste of time. Because we know a lot of temptation is common unto men, right? It's common unto men, all right? And we got to be mature about our walk. We got to be very mature about it. All right? So let's stop dibbling and dabbling with nonsense. I'm speaking to everybody, right? Because it's always a reminder. Don't let that creep in. Don't be out here entertaining people in their foolish conversations, right? Because that's going to come too. Some people going to try to come at you with foolish conversations. Sometimes people going to ask you, hey, you got weed? You know? And you just got to just keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Somebody going to be like, hey, man, you know where I could get, you know where the ladies at? You know, just keep it pushing. There's going to be a lot of those things that's going to come to you because you starting to look like that man, right? That just got it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be entertaining these fools out here, man. All right? Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah. Through his son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, UncleK. And I appreciate y'all for tapping into another one. Like, comment, share. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hope you guys have a Baruch night. Keep a sound mind, keep a sound heart. And I'll see you soon, most I willing. But for now, peace.